Now, I'm not one to get political, but the cost of living crisis is getting out of control, and it didn't really hit me until I came to my local barber in Campsie where haircuts are now $10. I've been getting my fade here from a lovely Chinaman since they were $7 haircuts, and I copped the price increase to $8 in 2022, but since then the price has skyrocketed from $9 haircuts to now $10 haircuts in 2025. With the election on this year, Albo Dud, and if you want to get my vote, how about we address the cost of living for Aussies and the cost of a fade here in Sydney, because $10 for a haircut is outrageous. Back to you in the studio.
Australia is so lucky, that's all we get told. This is my fridge. Day out from payday. But we're the lucky country that can't afford fuel, electricity, food, anything.
Dude, I can't even begin to explain how fucked trying to find a place to rent is. I just went to, I want to say, probably my 50th fucking inspection. And I literally could not believe at 12 o'clock in the fucking day, there was easily 100 people at this fucking inspection. What? I've got another one this afternoon at 4. My brain is rotting at this point. I can't even tell you how many places I've looked at. I don't know what I've applied for. I don't know. I'm just that overwhelmed with it. I'm that fucking over it. Someone in this government better actually do something about the house demand, the rental demand, the cost of living, and the fact we even have to pay to live here anyway is fucking insane. Like, you literally mean to tell me that some cunt somewhere along the way was like, let's create this thing called money that every human to exist on planet Earth is going to attach a sense of self-value and worth to. And then, like, we can literally print as much as we want. It's literally just numbers on a screen. Like, it's actually not even real, but we're going to make it think it's so fucked. Make them think that it's so tangible and so valuable, right? That they have to pay to eat, pay to live, pay to, like, exist on this planet that's allegedly just spinning and floating through the vastness of space. Honestly. And then what makes it even less sense is that, like, a select 1% of people make billions and billions of dollars, money they'll never fucking utilize in their entire existence, okay? And then we're here scrambling, trying to find a roof to put over our families' fucking heads. What? And then you think it's funny and you expect us to give a single fuck when, like, you fake fly Katy Perry to space. Yeah, no, we don't find that funny. It's so out of touch with fucking reality, it's not even funny. And listen, I'm all about the simple life. I don't really want much. I don't really ask for much. Just, like, don't want to feel like I have to grapple to survive anymore and compete with like 150 people on a rental application. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't think that's too much to ask. I'm happy living my invisible life. I'm happy living, you know, this simple beach coastal life. But right now, it's very fucking stressful. And right now, I think we need to turn back time a little bit and go, maybe we shouldn't have to pay to live here, especially what we are paying to live here. Maybe grapes should be $2 and not fucking $7. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
So people from all around the world have been asking me how fucked the cost of living is, part 3. Some give it to you. $9.50 for butter. Go fuck yourself. $9.90 for a fucking 3 litre milk. You're off your head. $16 for a fucking piece of fish. Fuck off. $10 for a block of cheese. You're off your head. These chocolates are $16. What a fucking rip-off. $28 for a fucking egg.
Count your fucking days, Coles, because in what reality are 2 cucumbers this size, yeah, measly, worth $7 whole? Have you lost your mind? I just went and did, not even a grocery shop, I just went and got, like, noodles, soy sauce, the fucking $1 million cucumbers apparently, tofu, $60. A few other bits and pieces, but like $60. It's cheaper for me to order out, take out for 2 whole people with sides than what it is to go and get like bare minimum groceries. And isn't that because the CEO is busy taking home like $40 million a year?
Cost of living out here in Australia is crazy. Let me show you. 30 cans of Coke for $50. This block of cheese, nearly $14. $4.90 on offer for chocolate. No thanks. $7 just for some milk. How am I going to survive out here?
I'm sorry, but when did it start costing $1 million to live in today's day and age? Look, I normally never complain about this stuff because I'm a travel nurse and I get free accommodation and a higher salary. But I don't get annual leave, I don't get sick leave, so when I'm not working, I notice it. And so far it's been fine. I have had 2 months off. I've just had 3 weeks unpaid placement and I still have another month off because I don't have a contract lined up yet. And so I don't feel like I have any reason to complain. But when the cost of bread is $4.50, that's fucked. I know it's so silly because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm complaining about the cost of bread. And then how much was milk? Let me check the milk was. This isn't even for me. I'm buying this for my niece and my nephew and like my sister because I'm staying at theirs. So I bought them some stuff for dinner as well. Okay, so milk was $4.50 and bread was $4.40. Because I don't drink I don't really drink milk. I usually just have like packet sachets for the coffee, like there's milk powder and that, so I never really need milk. And then I got some Kievs, which were reasonably cheap. I got 9 for $11, bananas $3 for 3, and then I got some sushi, and that was it. But then it came to $40.30 for 6 things. I got some garbage bags as well. So yeah, all of that cost me nearly as much as I make in 1 hour. And for someone with like a normal paying job, that's more than what they would earn in 1 hour. Like the cost of living is just fucked, to be honest. I really don't know how people are surviving with children, with other dependents. Like it's a lot.
This is how bad the cost of living is in Australia for a woman. $46.20 for a period cup. $11.50 for one deodorant. $16 for a basic face wash. $10 for shampoo, and that's on sale, half price. $11.90 for body wash, and that's on sale.
Australia has a really big problem, and that problem is that the rents are rising so high, so fast, that it's exceeding people's incomes. I'm getting a lot of comments about, I've been told that, or one comment I got yesterday was that she had been told that her income to rent ratio was 52%, and sorry, no can do, no house. So what are people supposed to do? You know? And I think one of the big problems that's happening is that you may live in a home and you might have moved in there when it was $400 a week, say, and then over the last 3 years you've had rent increase, and now you're paying $700 a week, and now you've got to move. When you do move, now you're being assessed, whereas you weren't before. So each time you get a rent increase, they don't reassess your income then, they just put the rent up. So you could have 3 or 4 price rises or rent rises before you actually have to go through and be assessed again on the income that you earn. So they say you can't afford it. So then what? There's no options. There's no options for people. If you're on disability, you can have, more people in the home to try and bring the income up. Guarantors, people are getting guarantors to go onto the lease with them. Their income is then added to that pile or income for that house. You might be on two leases, and that doesn't matter so long as the income shows that on that one property you can afford it. That's all they want. You are legally responsible for that house. They can come for you for the money. So if you're in a position where you really don't earn enough money, and you don't have any family, and you don't have any friends, and you don't have any other option, and it's a 15 million year wait list for social housing, what happens? What happens? Nothing. It's a big problem. There are so many tent cities popping up around the place. Councils are getting on in Moreton Bay here, been in the news recently, with the homeless being given notices to leave and move on and not allowed to have pets, etc. But what are the options for these people? I went to a homeless breakfast with Terry Young and Mark Ryan and counsellors, and they had all levels of government there. So the idea was that we would sit around and brainstorm what some options could be. There was lots of local business people there that were at this breakfast, and then we would give, you know, our little drawings and go, this is what we think, you know, might help the situation for housing, and they all just kind of passed the buck or had reasons why those things couldn't happen. So big problem, Australia. I don't know what the answers are. There were lots of good ones that came up at that breakfast, but it really needs to be looked at, and I can help as much as I can in terms of helping people with their applications to try and combat that issue as much as we can, to show how reliable they are. So there are things that we can do in lines with that, but still huge problem. And it might not affect you right now, but it might in 6 months or 12 months. If your home ends up, you know, being listed for sale and you've got to move, maybe then. Maybe your partner passes away and your income drops. So many scenarios for so many people. It's frightening. So, yeah. Big problem, Australia.